So do you want to watch one more?
Yeah, sure. As in, like, I mean, like, again, the usually like I say like it's within the first like 3 to 5 episodes that usually like establish something of a story, and it's like if it doesn't establish a story, it establishes the characters. And I mean, like what it's established so far is Shiro just doesn't care. What's his name? Kuro is the servant of the former king, and for whatever reason wants to kill him. We don't know why, but that's is still an interesting enough plot point to hook people in. Uh, Neko exists for fan service only, and then it's also established. It's starting to establish the rivalry between the clans. I'm sure like there'll probably be an episode where they explain like, okay, this is how the clan system actually
So the
works.
next episode actually has a lot of lore.
Okay, that's
So
good.
yeah,
Yeah, like I said, like usually it is like the first 3 episodes or the first 5 where you really want to establish it. Anything after that, I feel like you're dragging it a little bit too long to like get people
yeah. No,
interested
you want to
in
get
it.
it right off the bat. And there are 12 episodes. No, there's 13 episodes for the
So
season.
even more so then, like I mean, like the more episodes you have, the kind of like more you can kind of stretch out the beginning. But like for 12 episodes, first 3 or 2, I think you should have
Yeah,
your
no, yeah, and there's also like that sense of mystery. You want to like keep people being like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like, I don't know this plot point. I want to learn it. So there's also that, but you have to balance that with actually explaining stuff so people aren't confused.
right. And I mean, like, you have to leave at least like something interesting enough that like yeah, like you want to know more about it, but it's like you can understand it fundamentally enough to understand like why all of this is happening and that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So you understand what's going on
Somewhat, I'd say.
decently for what it's giving you. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to fully know everything right now.
Yeah, which is like there's definitely some stuff I don't know. I'm curious now as to like where, because I mean, like either Kuro made the exactly right assessment about Neko, and she is some kind of servant to the former king or whatever, or something else is going on. Because I mean, like just her having all these powers and like being able to, quite frankly, pwn Kuro as consistently.
She's
Exactly, but it's like, okay, where did you come from? Exactly, yeah. All right then.
so you're down for one more
Yep,
scene?
I'm down for one more.
Amazing. Thank you for watching it.
And listen, thank you for having me to watch it again. Like again, Katie's been on my list for years. I'm very happy that I get to watch it.
Oh, not me in the middle of the episode.
uh, I mean, listen, I don't even know. I just know men fell. I was pretty much oh,
All right, do you want to record this one as well?
I mean, it's still going, so we're good. Yep, yep.
There's probably going to be a commercial,
Somewhere in here.
but
Yep,
we just started it under the.
with the Star Child. Let's see.
Oh, it's the ass.
The asshole. He will forever be known as the asshole. Okay, so this is where they're going to explain how he got captured. I take it. Also.
Makoto. There was a lack of Makoto last
Yeah,
episode.
well, because he's been in jail. I mean, he's going to be around to take care of his daughter, so.
Which is actually, but
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it gives the vibes of that sort. And plus, until they say otherwise, I mean, that's just
that
what I've been convinced. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm just like, yo, like, do your job here, man.
don't go to jail. Don't.
Exactly. So, like, he's already earned sympathy from that alone. And he's just like, yeah, what attack? What did you just do? Mm-hmm. So,
I do ship
the two of them,
yeah.
really?
It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you could say like it's the Luke, not the Luke, the not the Luke Leia dynamic. It's the Han Leia dynamic. I
Yeah,
have to say. Yeah,
you'll see.
I mean, listen, I mean, I can already kind of see like just lines like that kind of stir
Yeah,
these
no,
kind of.
right. Yeah, see.
Uh-huh.
So he just gave himself up.
For what purpose, though?
You'll
Clearly, I
see.
missed. Okay, alrighty. I was like, did I miss that or did I?
He basically just gave himself. That is rude. Put him down.
That's rude. That's even more rude. Is it morning already?
Sue, I'm going to get right to the point. All of our monitors have issued the same warning. Your Weissman is pushing its limit.
It's those
If you
called
slow
the
it down
demo.
much,
Yeah.
experience a repeat of gruesome fate. I came down here to work.
Like, you just threw a bunch of names at me that I don't know. Okay, so the swords are called the Weissman, not the Sword of Damocles. That's just the specific name for that one, I take it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. So that's your answer. You leave me no choice. I'll have to figure out a way to keep you locked up in here for the rest of your life.
You know he's gonna bust out, right?
So you could do it, Mulekata. The Queen King could keep an eye on you personally 24 hours a day. It's a pretty attractive job with lots of perks.
okay.
Finally becoming violent, you'd be allowed to destroy me, of course.
Okay, can you not? Like, just, that's a
And besides,
they're giving a lot of vibes.
Given like X's vibes.
They really are, and I'm just like, okay, can you guys make a choice of whether or not you're gonna go for this or
Literally,
not?
like, guys, don't beat around the bush.
They're just like, stop making this awkward for me as a viewer.
Literally. Oh, he's just back asleep.
I mean, listen,
Relatable.
I mean, I was gonna say he's not Natsu's voice actor. So there's a scene where like Natsu gets beaten up and then wakes up just to dig at someone to then fall back asleep.
That's voice. Um,
Kind of the blue guy's voiced by Loxus, the other guy's voiced by
yeah, I don't think. I'm trying to remember the voice actor's name. It's Keith Silverman.
that sounds like a very familiar
Yeah.
name. I don't know.
Okay, it's going to. Oh, okay.
I
The
mean,
swords of Damocles are their swords. It will
okay.
explain more later. The Weissman level, it will also explain more of that later too.
Actually.
A bunch of words at you.
And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Mhm. Right. Yeah, that part I've done.
So
Mhm. Mhm.
in this guy. And it said like if Makoto uses too much of his powers, then his sword will fall.
Mhm.
I guess Tama with the bomb, it's like it would like
Like it'll destroy things. That's okay.
too much power, like your sword's gonna fall. And Makoto's like,
I don't care. Which I mean, typical.
and Makoto's like, I don't care.
Well, you're just gonna go with the flow, which
Like, listen,
I don't blame him for. You know, I don't blame him.
I like just imagine we can do.
Yeah, but it's also like the thing with the Sword of Damocles, why like that means a lot to me is again because oh, you've never seen Code Geass, right?
Right, I have not.
That's another one I highly recommend checking out if you ever have the chance to.
Yeah.
It's actually okay. I appreciate that. Then I do. Yeah, no, it's a very good show. It plays a lot of themes that I really like. But like I said, like in that show, the Sword of Damocles was this ship that had these basically atomic bombs that they were dropping on top of Japan to bomb it. Which, yeah. So like I've always associated with like some form of destruction
That's
or
what
something. Yeah. So I got that sense at least. Thank you, Code Geass. You reminded me of other stuff that
Oh,
I'm noticing the camera work in this one is very interesting. Yeah, no. This isn't the first one. It's just like I choose not to call it out most of the just like again, like the amount of shots you'll get from down under in DXT is you're used to it. Like I said, you'll
The man in charge of their smuggling operation has gone missing along.
yeah, not this voice. I was like, cause there's a part of it that does sound like Jamie Marchi a little bit to me. I don't know if you know who that is.
it's terrifying.
I don't know who that is. So like, it's funny. Like I don't know any voice actors' names, so it's like if I hear a voice, I'm like, oh, I think I know who that is. Like yeah, like I can just hear like little bits of that. Like in the King here, like you could hear like the voice of like the power and the confidence of Loxus slash Endeavor. No. Yeah.
No. Factory security. Use lawyers.
Again, you just so hear this Loxus and that. Also, why did you just do a puzzle? I just want to. Yeah, he really is an excellent. You're a king, man. You're supposed to be doing other stuff. Or is he a king? Or...
He is a
So you're a
he's the
king. Right, because they said that in the cell, but I'm like, you're a king. You have responsibilities. Do them.
He's like, yeah.
You're the Roy Mustang summon. You're supposed to do stuff.
Fushimi, I love Fushimi. He's the guy with the glasses.
Okay, cool.
So they're just trying to find Shiro because they also think he's the evil king.
Do they
And
want?
they're the police force, so they just want to like solve the murder.
So I was gonna say, so like, do they want to just capture Shiro, or do they want to kill
Yeah, they
Shiro?
want to capture.
Okay.
So all the clans have different reasons, right? Like there's three clans who want him. So the blue want him to like solve the murder. The reds want him because he killed
One of
someone,
their.
yes, and then Korra wants him because he thinks he's the evil king. So they all are after him.
So there's one more part that I'm assuming also like has some connection to the colorless king, like either wants to recruit him or something like that, right? There's one other group in this that we haven't discussed yet. I think.
Colorless clan.
Well, 'cause you have the reds, the blues, the colorless, and then there's other colors, right? So yeah.
Which it's
Those are wise words. You should
Why do you
brace
just have
yourselves.
that? Like just on hand, just be like,
Yeah.
that's adorable. She's I love it. Like I'm always leery of characters like that exist in certain shows, but like they always just make me smile every time I see them. It's that
her character, like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
I'll say, how sad is she gonna make me? That's what I want to know is how sad is she gonna make me? Okay, yeah.
She gets amazing character development.
Character development is good. Character development is important. Yeah, thank you. Because if she's gonna make me cry, then I'm all here for it. Ow. That hurt me. That's the most emotion I've seen out of him so far. I'm just like,
Thank you. Stop.
that's what. I'm gonna slam him.
So rose.
Cigarettes and a general chunk of paint
I've also
soaked into this whole piece of history. You every polishing a luster of the
this is my beautiful bar. Who's the mother? Who's the older figure here? She's like,
What's up? Did you say about Makoto? He said Mr. Mikoto was some kind of traitor. He crossed over to the side of the blues. Give him hell. Crush his skull, Mr. Kusanagi.
you say as he has his. Quit checking me. Yeah, Aw. I thought he was about to like. He's gonna murder these two.
She's sincere. Please forgive it.
So Mr. Vargo is.
I'm sorry, Bar.
Not sincere enough. I wanted to see him jump over the thing and be like, not sincere. But to see him like slam both their faces down into the.
Self be captured so we have more freedom.
Oh,
I told you.
that still feels too sudden for him to just be like, yeah.
Can't let Mr. Mikoto down. We'll see you later, Mr. Kusanagi.
Mr. Kusanagi is like the number 2 of like he's like the second agent.
Sure.
That was your slime.
Oh,
It wasn't all a lie. There was some truth in it. By the way,
Still don't really know why it
I
turns out in.
I was gonna say, 'cause that didn't sound convincing enough given how quickly that happened.
You want to kill me? I thought you understood that fellow clansman was murdered.
No, I don't understand anything right now.
Is it an evil club of some kind?
You think it's,
The mafia.
Claims a group
I mean,
serve under the same king.
Yeah, they are
Koto Suo is the king of the third clan. His clansmen are the ones chasing him. Mikoto is known as the Red King. And of all the kings, he possesses the most violent temper.
But he just
hence
wants to
red.
sleep with him.
He's the leader of those
Well,
people with strange powers.
I mean, they've also been associated with like biker gangs and that kind of thing. So I mean, Do I blame them? No. Do I blame
Oops. They haven't made a mistake. The fact is, you are the murderer.
the murderer?
We're-
He's in the middle.
I'll kill you, but we're gonna eat first.
Yeah. Good, listen, again. I mean, it's either she actually wants more food or they're just stalling right now. I think they are stalling. I think they definitely are. Is he about to?
Enjoy yourself, Shiro. This is the last bowl of white rice you. Stop saying stuff like that.
I thought for a second he was going to come in and just be like, "You have something on your face."
Like, get that off.
I mean, 'cause that was on his face for a reason. Either he or Neko is going to lick that off. I'm guaranteeing it now. I know how these anime work.
A lot of people do, which like valid.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason that I would ship it is just because it's the only female character we've had with him so far. And I feel like, given what they've set up, it feels like she's the only one he can really trust. But then
She's very loyal to her.
yeah, so like I could feel like the two of them kind of like get to know each other very well, and that could lead into that. But also, I could see Kuro and Shiro getting along after he realizes like, oh, maybe you're not the villain I thought you were, or maybe I shouldn't kill you. We don't, but I have a feeling like if you, hey, you totally don't. No, but it's like I'm getting a sense like if it is, then he probably like it's kind of like a reincarnation scenario where like he doesn't know what he's doing, he wants to try to change his fate, or he fully knows this is going to be a very short show, is what I'm foreseeing.
So they're trying to find the gun that Shiro used
Yeah, over here too.
in the video. Like who he got the gun.
Shiro.
Yeah.
Who I don't know if it is him yet.
Shiro.
Mhm.
You tell me about this case. This shouldn't be asking so many
I don't know why I love scenes like that where someone's just like, I love those scenes, just like, stop being an idiot. I have so many of those scenes in my anime, and it's just funny.
So stupid.
Repeatedly, yes.
So guy didn't shoot.
Hmm? What a drag.
No, he's just dumb. He's like the most like dumb with every character. Oh, it's just voiced by
I found the missing vending, I swear.
Not Vic Mignogna.
If I return
No.
our shield.
I was gonna say, it sounds kind of like him a little bit. It's not him, I can tell.
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny Young Boff?
Yes. And I met him.
Nice. He does a lot of voices that I know, and I simultaneously love and hate him for it. Like, I'm glad he does the voice of Lelouch. I'm glad he played the Black Power Ranger in Mighty Morphin.
Yes.
Ooh.
Previous king, the colorist. Colorless? It means one who is not beholden to a color.
Kind of obvious on that one.
My investigation found him to be evil. I was to kill him without hesitation. That's my primary mission. My master, Ichigan Miwa, possessed the ability to predict the future. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so still vague. I got it.
This king, what is it that makes them kings? They are beings endowed with great powers that embody the natural laws of this world. The power of the king is what runs this country, but ordinary human beings are unaware of it. And here, after all this time, I thought the prime minister was the most powerful man in the country. Yes.
Okay, Japan does have a prime minister. I was like, wait, is this in England? I'm like, no, because Japan. Yes, I forgot they also have a prime minister in Japan. I forgot about not a magistrate, not a anything like that.
Here's the official document. Level royal good.
So they kind of like secretly run the country.
That's because like no one's aware. No one's supposed to be aware of the colorless or the anything like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like Harry Potter. You know, they're not aware of the wizard world.
Like just a secret society, like underneath.
Yeah.
Isn't there a theory though that like there are people in the Muggle world who know about the wizards because they won against them in a war or something like
I'm
that?
not sure. That's interesting.
There's theories saying that like the wizards lost a war against the humans. That's part of what made them go into hiding. Yeah. There's a Harry Potter discussion coming soon.
This country's government and economy cannot function without the power of one man.
So it's not my theory, but
Trust me on this. It was because of him and him only that Japan was able to transform from a once defeated nation, preyed on by its neighbors, into the modern world's greatest economic and technological
Yeah,
power.
propaganda.
Seriously? Who is he? He is known as the Gold King. He influences all aspects of society. For example, both of these products here were made by companies controlled by the Gold King.
could you tap them in that kissing? Could you?
So the leader of that gang who was trying to kill me, you called him the Red King, didn't you? So there's a Red King and Gold King? There are 7 kings in total.
Okay, so
There's 7
Seven
of them?
for
Each clan is
Yeah.
different, depending on the king who rules them. If I had to describe the Red Clan in one word, that word would be violent.
I'd say violent or aggressive is what I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's got like all the associations with.
The guy who killed Totsuba. These were the guys you meant. Listen, you little punk ass! Oh, dear, will you? These guys won't go away. Leave me alone.
I have a lot of reasons why I just don't like you right now. I don't even know what you are or who you.
That lady?
I said, I don't know who you are or what you did. I just don't. I don't know why I said what you are or who you did. It's just.
I'm a member of Homer.
Ooh.
This represents our pride. Mr. Mikoto taught
Yeah,
us to
pride,
always stand
fire.
tall.
A lot of things. It's like,
And that's why they kind of the murderer who killed their member.
I really
like it is a very like crime family.
Oh my god.
Is he gonna burn the man's?
Seems for us. What do you want us to do? Do anything you want without killing the creeps.
Okay, they have honor enough for that.
They're a clan with bonds that run thicker than blood. Going out to hunt down and kill one of their members was a stupid thing to do.
I didn't do it.
Came to be. I keep telling you it wasn't me. It was someone who looks like me. I'm not this king you're trying to track down. Believe me, I've never killed anyone.
It's like, I don't believe you.
Yet I believe you that you had a sister. Yet I believe.
He's like, you've been watching on you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you threw away your only chance after that, man. Oh, so he was part of the. So he is a traitor then. Okay, cool. Also, I saw the red mark on him. He had to.
Sorry you early.
Did we? Let me see this one.
Very quickly.
I do not remember. Must have been so quick. I don't remember. Ain't nothing but a hard day. It just you can't just say tell me why and not expect someone to be like, "And
They're still eating?
yeah. Listen, it's his last meal. You gotta like okay, time to kill. Oh, that's so cute.
It's because you're convinced I'm the colorless king. Am I right? Based on what? Based on the video. That could have easily been faked. I mean, don't you think it's a little strange? Why would I purposely commit a crime and then identify myself on the video?
I mean, he's got a point.
Because you're evil. Everyone's
Who was that?
If that's really the case, then you're a pretty stupid villain.
I mean, you're a pretty stupid guy. So far from what we've seen,
It
so
checks.
it checks. So I mean, you know,
I keep telling you, I don't know what this is all about. I'm just an ordinary high school student. If that's true,
that proves his point, though.
who's she? Isn't she one of your clansmen?
Yeah.
No. I mean, she's, wait, who are you exactly? Or what are you?
I am fan service the character.
Can't be just coincidence that she's famous. It's impossible. What's a strain? They are beings who possess special powers naturally, instead of receiving them from the king. Is that what you are?
I don't understand it myself. All I know is I'm Shiro's cat. I'm Shiro's cat, and I love Shiro.
Yes, you are my cat.
Since when? I mean, like she's exactly just like I have a number.
No choice. I'll have to.
Is that Daisy Okola I'm hearing next? That was Daisy. Okay. I was like, I keep hearing the scratching notes. I'm like, is that that was adorable. I love that.
Did your master tell you to kill me only after the precise evaluation? In that case, you have to determine with your own eyes whether I am good or evil.
I think you're stalling, buddy. I think
Do you think it was Shiro?
I don't know. The thing is, like, I will say, like, I have plenty of reason to believe both sides.
What does that mean? It means don't jump to conclusions. More importantly, it would appear that you just earned a new lease on life. Yashiro-sama. Just Shiro is fine, and thank you. Oh, do you mind if I address you as Kuma? Yashiro-sama.
So no is the answer.
Absolutely.
This moment on, I will determine what kind of person. And if I find that you are evil, I will slay you without hesitation.
Okay.
Now, do we understand each
So
other?
we're in the same position as Kura. Like we're here to
Yeah,
judge
we're
him.
trying to play detective, like Corey.
Okay.
You can thank Master Ichigo Miwa for admonishing me. You carry him around with you on that? Amazing, isn't it? The words of my late master Ichigo Miwa are contained on this device. He was also an avant-garde poet, and his words were so filled with meaning and beauty that listening to them only once was not enough. It was not enough to simply engrave them on my soul. I recorded them at every opportunity. I play them whenever I need guidance
They're
in my life.
judging you, Koro.
So hard.
So,
Choose the path to your dreams. Perfect, don't you think? Creepy.
Creepy. Yeah. It might just be, I don't know. Okay.
there might be.
Let's see. I'm trying to. Okay, so like, I'm trying to understand that. What was that he was saying about the gold king? I think I missed that. Yeah.
Gold, silver, red, blue, green, gray. And the Gold King is like the leader of the kings, kind of.
Oh,
He's the most powerful king. So he kind of like
runs everything.
controls the kingdom of society.
Got it. Okay, because that was the part I think I missed when I was saying like. So like, okay, so he's gold rules of like.
Yeah. The top, like the
Like, yeah, or like wealth or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for now, the main focus is like red, blue, and colors.
Right, and then like building outward from there, which is again as it should be. As it should.
Okay.
Well, that really
yeah.
is. Dang, these episodes are short. I will say. Like, how long are these episodes? Out of curiosity, these don't feel like. Are they really?
Yeah.
I mean, 'cause it also could be because I was so used to Ninjago being like 11 minutes, and those felt like really short. These felt like just as short as those.
It's so interesting. You have like commercials.
Yeah, I mean, like I think the commercials like balloon it out maybe just a little bit to that, but like otherwise, like yeah, these felt short. And it could, also
Yeah.
because we skipped like the intro for part of that, so I don't know like how much it is minus the openings,
That's true.
but like, even then, like these,
Oh, look at that. Yeah. So.
I'll say I'm definitely interested in it so far. I mean, like it's putting a lot down for me to sink into, but at the same time, it's like there are a lot of things I feel like I need to know. And it's like it's good that they have established things, and I'm glad that you're telling me now like they aren't going to like force feed all of those down us at once, which
Right,
is
it's kind
cool.
of like a slow process. Like you pick up the pieces, like kind of with Koro as you go, and like you're
Yeah.
trying to solve the mystery with Koro, and then you're like Shiro, like thrust into this world, so you're learning about it. So both those characters kind of serve as like the insert for the audience.
Right, which I think is cool.
Yeah,
But at the same time, like I do wish that we got like a little bit more of like a foundation to work off of, because I just feel like we don't really have that.
yeah, no, and that's definitely like what a lot of people say about it. But like, I like it. I like the
Mhm.
technique because once you get to the finale, it all like makes sense, and you're like, oh my god, and then you can go back and be like, okay, like I get it, like,
Okay.
kind of thing.
Well, then I'll reserve judgment until
Yeah.
I get to that point. But I mean, like for now, like I'm definitely lost. Is what I
Yeah,
will say. There's a
no,
lot.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you have any need any clarifying questions?
None so far, or at least none that I think like wouldn't lead to like some major thing going on with it. It's like So, like, because mostly, like you said, like it is like we're just in the same position as Shiro of like we don't really know what's going on. We're in the same position of Kura of we want to see if Shiro actually um the Coldest King or not. The establishments on what's going on the sides, not that they don't feel like necessarily necessary. Like it's good to show that there is stuff going on with them in the background. It kind of paces up the stuff with Corel very nicely. I guess there are questions I want to ask of like, okay, so Corel's master is dead, I'm assuming.
Yes, so Koro's master was the previous colorless king, and he
Right.
said he told him so that it will kind of explain this, but like when a king dies, their power will go to someone else, and it's usually like just a random person who it goes to.
I was thinking
So
like it's not a reincarnation thing like the Avatar or
no,
something like
it's
that.
more
Okay.
like the powers are kind of like the same, but it's not like they die and then someone gets born as
Okay.
like kind of as that thing. It's like someone they could be any age and suddenly just become a king randomly. So
And they
it
wouldn't
literally
know.
just goes to someone random. Yeah, so it's not like a story of being of like you're the same soul or whatever.
I would
Just
say
you
I
get
have
the
a number of problems with that in that case then.
yeah, it's interesting for
Because
sure.
I mean, like, what if it just goes to an old man? They die like seconds later. Then the power doesn't
Then
go to
power
anyone.
loose, I would say, with the power, which I think
Mhm.
it makes it interesting when you find out like characters like how they like just became a king and then they have to deal with it. You know, it's like it's not something you choose. You just like it just happens to you
Right.
randomly. Um,
Well, in that case, I have a number of other questions to also ask. Because I mean, like,
yeah,
because if that's the case, then what I feel like could happen is like maybe okay, Shiro is the king. They kill him off, and then season two they have a new king kind of sprouting
okay,
up. So like,
that's interesting. That's interesting. Theory.
I was like, that's the only other way like I can see this going because it's like if Shiro is the king, then he's got to die. Pretty much is all I see too. Because like
Of it, like, or you could be straight up like, yeah, that's me, but I'm not gonna tell you, you know, like, or
it's just like his personality in general throws a lot of red flags of like I know what I'm doing. I'm just being very coy about it.
massive. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I don't know, like, about the Kangs. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, that mixed with the fact that his voice very much reminds me of Yuri from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Yuri was a very like psychotic character,
Like,
for lack of
sinister.
not even just sinister. Just like he was the most like twisted evil character the show had ever produced.
Dangerous.
So just like the fact that this guy reminds me very much of him alone has me kind of like there's just something about him I don't trust.
Okay, interesting. So,
So
are you rooting for Shiro to try to, like, maybe prove his innocence, or are you rooting for Core to be, like, figure out he could be the bad guy and then, like, turn
I mean, more so like I just want to have like some nugget of like information dropped so that way like we as an audience theoretically could pick it up. And maybe like there was a nugget of it somewhere in these first three episodes that I just didn't notice or didn't see
and
at
then
first.
once you know how it
Then you
ends
know
and you
okay.
put that, it's interesting to watch
Okay,
what
so
happens. But so you are supposed to be confused now. So like you're
okay.
on the right path.
I was gonna say so like, there's because what I was wondering is like okay, was there something I was supposed to catch from this, or is it like only with context from later on
It's
that it
only
all
with I think
Mhm.
I think you could piece it together. I'd
like
be curious to
without
see.
any
I'm not
okay.
saying it's
Right, yeah, no. I'm not expecting you. I know. That's exactly how I put it. Just like I can't confirm nor deny that. Mm-mm. Yeah,
but yeah, it's very like focused on the Shiro group, and then there's like the other characters on the side from the other clans.
right.
But if you do make it further, it focuses a lot more on the other clans, which I really like.
Yeah, I mean like, that's kind of like I hate to compare it to like of all shows. This is the first one that came to mind, but like it's what they do of like a masterful stroke of storytelling for Thomas of like you have just your core cast, and then each season was
It
slowly
builds on it
exactly
exactly,
just slowly expanding
and
out
it's
rather than just like
like it's focused on like these core people we care about. And then you're like, oh, you like that side character? Well, here's their backstory. Here's their character development.
right, like just it keeps adding layers, and because of that it keeps making it more interesting. And again, like it gives you like I guess a reward for falling for these characters,
Yeah,
not generally. So